Hey guys, what's going on? So this week we were able to go out to the range and we were able to try out some better ammo, okay, and up at the 285-ish yard line, so to get some further shots, to see how we've been shooting everything at the close 100 yards, you know, and getting those small, nice little groups, but then bring that out to about 300 yards, you know, what's going to happen. So basically we were able to go do that. I apologize up front. I tried to use, I have a new spotting scope, and I have one of the little attachments that goes on the eyepiece that you're supposed to be able to hook your camera up to. Well, it doesn't fit the GoPro, so I had to set the GoPro kind of next to it and do this little redneck engineering thing, and it didn't work. You can see the picture of the target, and it's real shaky, and it's so faded and not in focus that you really can't tell what's going on. I threw it in there anyway, so hopefully you're not too bored, you know, but I got to figure out something else. I guess I'll just have to keep running down there and hitting the play or the record button, and then running back and trying to catch my breath before I make the shots. But anyway, I apologize for that up front. Besides that, I hope you enjoy the video. Hope it's helpful, and yeah, just enjoy. Alrighty, so we're gonna try out a couple different things. I'm gonna try a different style of it. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, so basically we're gonna do 3-shot groups again. Okay, because this is more expensive ammo and I don't have a whole bunch of it to waste. We're going to start out, let's say we'll start out with the steel, the Hornady Steel Match 75 grain. We'll do 3 shots of the Mk12 77 grain, and that's 77. We'll do the IMI 77, the IMI 69, and then we'll finish it up with Freedom Munition 77 grain. Alright? And to eliminate any variation of, what am I trying to say? You know, the first round that you, I have a theory that the first round you load into the gun, you end up, I don't know, something different happens to it, and it makes the point of impact shift just a hair. That's just a theory anyway. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to load an entire magazine with everything, and we're going to try not to mess it all up. Alright, I have my doubts whether that will work or not, but we're going to try not to mess it all up. Alright, so like I said, going in reverse order, we'll have Freedom Munition 77. This is the IMI 77, the IMI 69. Get it open. IMI 69, the Mk12 77 grain, and then last but not least, the Hornady Steel Match 75 grain. And then to completely eliminate everything, as many variations as I can, I have octane munition, trying this stuff out too, 223, 55 grain stuff. I'm just going to load that one bullet. That will be the first round, and then we'll be shooting the rest of them. Alright, so first round, it's just a blast round. We'll just shoot it at steel or something like that, and then I'll go top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, and then center. Alright, so the first round is the octane stuff. There we go. Alright. So then top left, Hornady Steel Match, top left. Okay. Top right is the Mk12 77. Top right. Okay, bottom left is the IMI 69. All right, bottom right is the IMI 77. Okay, and then center is the Freedom Munition 77. All right. Top right. free ammunition. This is Magtech. We'll go bottom left. Bottom left. Hornady match steel. Excuse me. Hornady match steel. Bottom right. This be octane munition, 55 grains in the center. That's 2 of 75. Alright, continuing with the Mk12, we're going to do another round of fire, and this is going to be the basically the best ammo right now. My hat's been on sideways. The best ammo right now that I can get, okay? And starting from the best is going to be Black Hills. They're 5.56, 77 grain. The Gorilla, which I've never used before, all right, they're 77 grain. I'll go ahead and put this one up in there. This is the Black Hills remanufactured 223 77 grain. And then Federal Premium. I'm about down to the last rounds of this, so this is shot very well so far. Hope I didn't just jinx myself. But the Federal Premium 223 69 grain Sierra Match King. Those are good stuff. And then my standby Freedom Munition 5.56 77 grain. Believe remanufactured. So far it's been good. Alright, so we're going to load this up like I did before with one round on top of Octane Munition 223 55 grain. Okay, so we will load that's going to be the order that we're going to shoot it in. Alright. Alright, so like I said earlier, first thing is the Black Hills Mark 262, basically the civilian version, I guess. It's not in a brown box, but it's the Black Hills 5.56 77 grain, new stuff, not remanufactured. All right. First shot is going to be that Octane Munition on steel to get everything started. All right, good to go. And we're going to go. We'll just go top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, middle. So first stuff is Black Hills. Black Hills, top left. Alright, that was top left, Black Hills. First time shooting the Gorilla ammunition. So the Gorilla 77 grain stuff, top right. Alright, that was the Gorilla. The remanufactured Black Hills 77 grain. We'll go center. Actually, we'll go bottom left. Okay. The Federal Premium 69 grain stuff, right? Yep, 69 grain. Bottom right. Okay. Free munition, 5.56, 77 grain. Remanufactured, center. And that's all she wrote. We'll go check it out. Alright guys, I don't remember which order these were in the videos, but we're going to go ahead and go over, I'm going to combine the two videos that I usually do and do the after action kind of during the video. Obviously, since you're watching it, that's what I'm doing. So first off, we'll do the most frustrating thing, which are these two groups. I have no idea what I was shooting, and it makes me so mad, because that's a good group, and that's meh. That's not very good at all. But I don't know what they are, so I'm not going to waste my time measuring them, because that just drives me nuts, because that's, I don't know why I did that. But anyway, moving on to the center, we have the Freedom Munition 77 grain stuff, and that was shooting just at a 1.3, maybe you can see that when you can't, a 1.3 inch. Alright, the MagTech stuff, which I've never fired this before, that was shooting right at, it's about a 0.85. I don't know if that'll zoom or whatever, but a 0.85 is pretty good. I like that. MagTech, and it's pretty reasonably priced from what I remember. The Hornady Match Steel, which I have always been saying I really like this stuff, and this is kind of proving why I like it. Let's say that is right at a 0.6. Alright. You can see that or not, but a 0.6. That's good. Alright, so Hornady Match Steel 75 at 0.6, Freedom Munition. It's alright, 1.3, MagTech at 0.85. Alright, so that's those guys. And those were the ones at 100 yards. And the next two are the same thing, going over at 100 yards. We'll go over again. Start with this, the top left, and that's the Hornady Match Steel. We got two, almost a double tap. They're touching, but they're not quite the same exact hole. But he definitely opened up a little bit. And we're gonna go with, wait a minute, we can't do that one. I'll do it like this. Yep. And that is at a 1.6 basically, all right? Not the best, 1.6. That's really good. That's a little out there. That's probably me, but whatever. The MagTech again, it looked to do pretty good. Another thing where it was almost went through the same hole twice right here, but then it opened up a little bit. And you're looking at a 1.7. All right. I don't even know if you can see that if I'm showing you. I don't know. 1.7, so that's okay. Freedom Munition 77 grains. That looks almost the exact same. Maybe just a hair different. Just over 1.7. So we'll say 1.75. 1.75. IMI 77 coming in at a solid 1.5. Now IMI 69, that did better. That did better than the last time I brought it out, from what I remember. 0.85. 0.85. That's good. That actually did the best out of all of those. Wow. Okay. 0.85. That's pretty good. All right. So Hornady Match Steel 1.6, MagTech 77 at a 1.7, Free Munition 77 at a 175. IMI 77 1.5, IMI 69 0.85. Really good. And the last one at 100 yards, we have Black Hills 77, my Mk12 stuff. Let's see, we're right at. That's right at a 0.8. All right. The Gorilla 77, which this is the first time firing that stuff as well. Had high hopes for that, and it's not bad. Doesn't look bad. All right. That is, yeah. That's right, just barely a hair over an inch, maybe. We'll call that a 1 inch. All right. Not enough for a 1.5, but we'll call it a solid 1 inch. Freedom Munition 77. We got solid 1.5. Again, being kind of consistent. It's all right. I wish it was better. The Black Hills remanufactured stuff is right at 1.8. Okay, and the Federal Premium 69 grain stuff, I don't know what it is. Whatever they're doing there with this ammo, dude, they are on point. If it was cheaper, which is probably why it shoots so good, I'd be shooting a lot more. That's right over a 1/2 inch, maybe a 1 point or a 0.55 or something like that. Just right at a 1/2 inch. 0.55. That's stinging good. So Federal Premium 69 0.55, Black Hills remanufactured 77 at a 1.8, Freedom Munition 77 again at a 1.5, Black Hills Mk262, the 77 grain stuff at a 0.8, pretty good. Gorilla 77 1 inch flat. All right, guys. So we're up here at top at the 283, 285 yard line. We're gonna do the same kind of thing. We'll start out with, we got a bunch of different ammo we can do. I don't want to waste my good stuff right up front. Or not waste it, but on potentially bad shots. Because I want these shots to be on paper. So basically what I think we'll do I think I've tried this stuff before. We'll do the IMI. So I did get some more of that. Sorry, this is very disorganized. I'm sure it's frustrating the snot out of y'all. Okay, we'll do the IMI 77. We'll do the IMI 69. That stuff did pretty good. We'll go ahead and do some of this, the Black Hills remanufactured 223. It's not still hot. I'm not really super pumped about that stuff. I was going to do some of this Freedom Munition 77. We need one more. We'll do this steel match. Love that stuff. Okay, that'll be the first one. If those are on target and we actually have groups, we'll move on to the better stuff. All right, so I'm going to fast forward y'all so you don't have to sit here watching me load mags. Okie dokie, folks. Let's do this thing. Shooting from up here. Let's get you back a little bit. You can get some action. Sorry, I know how professional this must look. There we go. I think I gotta work from here. Okay. Now, again, I think I mentioned this before, but one of the cool things about this setup, this firearm and all that, is that the scope is basically, I don't want to say dialed, but it's calculated, whatever. These turrets, okay? And this for a specific round is basically, I don't have it right here. The Black Hills 5.56 77 grain stuff, the Mk262, that's what it's made for. Okay, some other stuff might work okay for it, but basically gives you a general idea of well, I'm rambling and I don't make any sense. I'm just gonna shoot. Okay, I think I've explained it in other videos. If you really want me to explain it and do an overlook on this scope, we'll try to do that. So basically, we are at 283, give or take a yard. We're shooting downhill, so our impact should be a little bit high. So we can bring it to the 3, which would be 300 yards, but we know we're not quite that. So if we back off to 275, that should put us, it should put us on, okay? So first round is going to be octane ammunition, 55 grain. I had one stray round of the IMI-77 before I switched boxes, and I want to give it the best chance. So we'll shoot those 2 rounds, the one of the IMI-77, the octane, we'll shoot those at steel. If we can get hits, and we're surely sure on steel, then we'll go ahead and shoot our groups without changing anything else up here. All right. Get my wrist. Okay, so first shot. Whew, okay. I love this. Okay, first shot is going to be 55 grains. On steel. Reload this thing. Nope, better load it. Okay, look like an idiot. Here we go. 55 grain. We got a hit. That was a solid hit. Okay. So, top left, IMI-77. Okay. Little stringing going on. That was the IMI-77. The IMI-69, top right. All right, a little bit high. Hornady steel match, 75 grain. We'll go bottom left. All right, those were way low. Those ended up on the other target. That's fun. We'll do the Black Hills remanufactured 223, bottom left, or bottom right, I should say. Those look all right. And last but not least, Fruity Munition 77 grain. Remanufactured in the center. Alright, so we have the camera on up there, so hopefully it recorded and we got those shots. Because I don't want to be shooting up here wasting expensive ammo. So, it looks like we're pretty much on. I'm going to go ahead and do the one more adjustment to make this for 300 yards. It's just like a quarter minute. We're going to load this up with the better ammo. Excuse me. I'm probably yelling at y'all, sorry. But we're going to load this up with a better ammo and shoot another round, another string of rounds at the bottom target. Okie dokie, first two shots are going to be Octane Munition 77 or 55 grain. 2 shots on steel to confirm. We went up to the 300 yard mark on the scope, and then we'll be doing Black Hills, Gorilla, Federal, Hornady, and Freedom. All right, so the 2 shots on steel just to confirm. All right, looks like we're on. So, first shots are gonna be the Black Hills. We'll go top left. And there's already some hits that are close. So I gotta make sure I don't get those mixed up. All right, top left. All right. All right, so they're mixed in there. So I'm relying on that scope camera down there, or that target camera to get me in. All right, that was the Black Hills 77 Gorilla. Top right, or yeah, top right. Bottom target, top right.
Last one felt bad. All right, but we're on paper somewhere. That was Gorilla. We'll do the Federal. I'm not putting these up here for you. The Federal 69. We'll go bottom left. Right next to my camera. Woohoo! Okay. That last one felt off. Now I'm shooting a little bit high. All right, that was the Federal 69 Hornady Steel Match, 75 grain, bottom right. Those are good. And again, last but not least, Fruity Munition, 77 grain in the middle. I don't know exactly where those ones went, but they're there somewhere. All right, so these are the 300-yard targets that I had, the two of them, and they were sitting, this was on top, this one was on bottom, okay? And so starting out on top, we have the IMI 77 grain stuff. And I had to go back and watch the videos and mark each one of these shots to make sure I got it right, because I did that once before, where I measured before I watched it, and I was all foobarred. So IMI 77 has these shots, these three shots when measured at a 3.9. All right, and then over here, this is the IMI 69 grain stuff, and I have two shots on paper, and the third shot, I have no idea where it is. All right, I watched the video a bunch of times. If any of y'all see it, mention it, and I'll go back and look at it again, but I could not see where it might have hit on the wood, or maybe it just slipped over and went through a hole. I don't know, but there was no mark on the paper where it should have been, and it was not like a double tap, as far as I can tell. No, it was not like a double tap, you know, or a key holding in. So I'm going to measure this, but it's kind of unofficial because I don't know where that third round went. Okay, so this is measuring right at a 2.4. So I'm going to put 2.4 with a question mark because I can't give that as a legit score because obviously the bullet, one of the bullets has gone somewhere. But that was the IMI 69. Moving down here, this target, how am I going to do this? This was the Hornady steel match, okay? And remember, these targets were sitting on top of each other like this, basically, right? You won't be able to tell, or you won't be able to see. My camera's not big enough, but basically, I was aiming up here. There we go. I was aiming up here at the top target, and the bullets impacted down here, okay? So they're the number 3s, which are this one, and this one, okay? And that's the Hornady steel match, and those came in right at, let's see, right at a 2.5. All right, Hornady steel match, these guys came in at a 2.5 inch group. And remember, guys, this is right at 285 yards, okay? So that's pretty good, okay? I think that's really good. For nearly 300 yards, that's pretty stinking good. All right, that was that bottom left target. Technically, it was supposed to be here. It wasn't hitting where it's supposed to be, but then again, the rifle's not zeroed for that round, okay? So you got to understand that when you do this kind of stuff. So that was number 3. Number 4, the Black Hills remanufactured stuff down here. All right, it came in at a 3.2. And that was number 4. Number 5 was right here, the Freedom Munition 77 grain stuff. That's this one, and this one. And those came in at 4.7. Let's do right here. 4.7 inches. Okay. So we'll go over that in just a second. Okay. So that was that. Moving to the lower target, which is supposed to be the better ammo. Okay. It's all good ammo shooting out here, but this is technically the better ammo. All right. So the first round should have been up here, and that would be number 6. This is the Black Hills stuff. Okay. And I really wish I would have had a nick or something right off the edge. You can see on the video, watch on the video, or rewind it, whatever, if you didn't notice it. But on the video, I remember if it's the second or third round, impacts right off paper, about a quarter or half inch off this paper. Okay, so the round is up here. I'm going to kind of guesstimate and give it an approximate value because I saw it. There's no way to go back and measure that, but I'm going to say that that is right about right there, okay? Look at the video, tell me if I'm wrong, but that seems to be right about where that bullet hole should have been. And that's going to bring it in at a 1.8, okay? And that's amazing to me. That's a 1.8. So this is one time with the Black Hills, which I have not been so excited about. All right, the Mark 262 stuff, they're good, top-of-the-line stuff. It's shot well, but it hasn't shot exceptional. This is really good. I mean, the bullet was right here. That would be decent for most people at 100 yards. Much, much greater would it be that, you know what I'm trying to say, at nearly 300 yards. Anyway, kudos to them is what I'm trying to say. The Gorilla ammunition did actually pretty well too. That is almost exactly the same thing. It's the same thing at 1.8. So there you go. 1.8. And these are nearly in the same hole, right next to each other, almost in the same hole. That was Gorilla, and then the Federal 69 grain stuff, which is the number 8. That's these 3 holes right here. That's going to open up a little bit. And that's right at a 2.7. Okay, which is still pretty good. That was number 8. Number 9 was the Hornady steel match, again, the 75 grain stuff. And that's basically the exact same thing again. 2.7. Yeah, same thing. So that's shooting the same as the Federal 69, which is pretty hard. Federal 69 is hard to beat, dude. The Federal Premium, I didn't put that on there. Federal Premium Ammo is premium ammo. All right, it says it right there in the name. And then the Freedom Munitions 77 grain stuff came in right at 3.1. All right, so there we go. So we got, all right, so where'd we go? The IMI 77 grain stuff was a 3.9. The IMI 69 was about a 2.4 with that wild round out there somewhere. I don't know where it went. Freedom Munition 77 was a 4.7. The Black Hills remanufactured 77 was a 3.2. All right, and then again, where did it go? The Hornady Steel Match 75 was a 2.5 inch. The Black Hills 262 is a 1.8, right at about a 1.8, with that one right off target, okay? Gorilla 77 was 1.8, again. Freedom Munition 77 was a 3.1, so that did better on this lower target than it did on the top target. Federal Premium 69 was at a 2.7, and Hornady Steel Match 75 was at a 2.5. And if you look, where'd it go? Yep. I think this is interesting. Like, this is the stuff that kind of interests me when I look at these two things, especially when I shoot these in close proximity or close time period to themselves. What I'm trying to say, within a short time frame. That's the word. Sometimes I make these videos and I lose my words. But these both are the Freedom Munition 77 grain stuff, and this one over here shot a 4.7, and this one right here shot a 3.1. Okay, so that's, I mean, that's a solid what? A solid inch and a half, okay, difference right there that it opened up, okay, or closed, however you want to look at it. And then this where did it go? The Hornady Steel Match 75 grain stuff was at a 2.5, and it stayed about the same at a 2.7. All right, it changed impact because if you remember, I went one click up, which would have been a quarter minute at 100 yards. All right, and so that brought this group up, right? Or it would have brought this group up to where it should have been right here, if that makes any sense to y'all, with that group being pulled up. But it stayed, I mean, it stayed just a little bit left of the center, which is exactly what this is, a little bit left of the center. And I'm really liking this stuff. I'm really liking it. I'm not trying to play favorites or anything like that. I really like it. This Gorilla stuff's doing really good. The Federal Premium always has been doing wonderfully. The Freedom Munition 77 grain stuff, it's holding its own at just a good all-around bullet. But then again, I'm thinking I can get the Hornady Steel Match stuff. If I can get that kind of cheaper than the 77 grain, and depending on how it interacts with the bullet drop, that may end up being a viable option just to go with that. I mean, you're not gonna be able to reload it or turn in your brass for credit or anything, but the savings might still get you there. So anyway, there you go. All right, guys, we're finishing it up here at the range, and I've got this. I think these are 60 grain VMAX or something. It's something or other from Freedom Munition that I have had for a long time, but it's been sitting in this mag long enough that it needs to be shot. I don't know if you can see, but they're kind of turning a little. What is it? The bullets are tarnishing a little bit. Anyway, and I don't even know what they are. I don't know if they're 40 grain or 60 grain. I know they're one or the other, or close to something like that. So if they're 40 and I go hunting with it and get caught on accident, and they're somehow or other we figure out that they're 40 grain bullets, I can't hunt with 40 grain bullets for deer. They got to be 55 grains or more. So best thing I can do is just shoot it. So we're gonna shoot some steel with this stuff, even though this is good ammunition for something, hunting coyotes or whatever. I don't know what it is, so we're just gonna shoot it. One other thing. Little sneak peek, these guys, Axel, this is the first Kickstarter thing that I have ever participated in, and it took them about, 6 months, almost a year, whatever, just little earbuds, and they're supposed to automatically cancel out the loud noises and whatnot. So I've been shooting with them today, and I've got no ringing or anything, any negative effects. And they seem to be fine. There's nobody else here right now, so I don't know about normal conversation, but I'm probably yelling at y'all, so it's not it's not like electronic hearing protection. Anyway, a little sneak peek about that after I've got enough time on them
we'll do a semi-review kind of thing on that and let you know what I think. There we go. Get this guy out of your way. I think it's probably about 20 rounds. And we'll try to get some hits. We'll save one of them for a for sure last shot. Let's heat this barrel up. Let's get going, wrap this range session up, and get home to the wife. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sitting right at 300 yards. Shazam. Nope, no hits. There's one. All right, very last round. Oh, please be a hit and be a good, successful day. Get that good feeling. Bam, sis. All right, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Just a good look at some different ammo and stuff like that. We will get back, look at it, do all that thing. I'll have either already done that in the video or we'll make a second video just depending on how it all goes. I appreciate y'all subscribing, appreciate you watching. Y'all be good, you be safe, and we'll catch you in the next video.